Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome. Alright, so, I've been super fucking swamped with school and work and everything, so I haven't been able to film in a week, so I decided to do a fucking, easy-ass video. I'm probably not gonna edit this unless there's, like, something that I talk about that's really, really bad, or some parts that are really, really boring, because I just don't have time to edit, but I promise the next video will be a little bit better than this. But I decided I ordered some Chipotle, so I just decided I'm going to do a fucking eating show, have dinner with me, whatever you call it. So let's just get the fuck started, because I'm fucking starving, alright? Alright. I also don't even know if I'm in center. Okay, cool. I should probably look. Actually, you know what? I'm not. Because who gives a flying shit? I'm gonna hope that I'm in center. Yeah, okay, cool. They gave me tomatoes. Don't need this. Don't need that trash in my life, alright? I don't fuck with tomatoes. Okay, they gave me a knife so I can cut my fucking lettuce. Alright. Well, I got a burrito bowl. Where's the... there we go. I'm like, where's the fork? Where's the fork? I found the fucking fork. Alright, so, before I get to talking, I need to just shove a heaping mound of it into my mouth right now, because I'm just starving. Alrighty. I haven't had Chipotle in, like, a year and a half, but I was just, like, craving it in my bedroom, so I was like, I'm gonna get it. Okay. I kind of miss the old days when I wasn't lactose intolerant, when I can get cheese on this. And I have, lactate pills for me so that I can, like, take or eat, dairy, but, like, sometimes I don't like to push it and eat cheese, because sometimes it, like, it fucks with my stomach sometimes, so I just don't want to take that risk. Because I got shit that I have to do tomorrow, and I don't need to be burdened with having to take a heaping shit every single 5 minutes, so. I got it with steak, and it's, like, pretty chewy, so I'm so sorry if there's, like, long pauses where I'm just, like a fucking squirrel. Oh, a squirrel! A squirrel! A squirrel! But I thought I'd talk... Sorry, a light just went out. But I thought I'd talk to you guys about, a topic that I don't really understand. Which is fantasy football. So, if you're like me, who doesn't know a damn thing about sports, and whose parents... Can you even see the food? I'm like, hold on. I'm, like, so fucking blind. Okay, you can see the... I mean, you can't, like, see the food, but, like, you can see the food. You can see that I'm eating it. Oh, fuck. I should take a thumbnail. I don't know how to make thumbnails, so I just look like a fucking idiot. Hold on, I'll get a big piece. But back to the regular programming. Fantasy football. I don't get it. So, first, neither of my parents played any sports. I played basketball for, like, 2 years growing up. But that's, like, when I was, like, 7, so, like, does that really fucking count? No. So I was never, like, pushed, really, to do sports, because neither of my parents were good at sports, and I'm legally blind and have the coordination of, Oh my fuck, that was such a treat piece. I have the coordination of a fucking tractor. Like, I am just so uncoordinated. If I even tried to play football, I would forget what team I was on. I would forget where the fucking touchdown zone is. Is that even what it's called? End zone? I don't know. You tell me, because I don't know. So I never had any gravitational pull to football because no one in my family knows how to play football or any other sports. So, like, I don't get how football works, like, the regular sport. Like, I don't get how sometimes a certain score or touchdown or kick or whatever, I sound so stupid. I don't know sports. Like, I have never sat down in my life and learned how to play sports. I went through, let's just see, I went through all of elementary school, so that's 6 years, middle school, so that's another 3, and then 2 years of high school, so 6 plus 3 plus 2, so that's 11 years of school, of having to do PE every single week, sometimes every single day in middle school and high school. I still never learned how to play football. I don't know how it works. I don't know how many people are on a team. I don't know what a quarterback really does. I just know that people talk about the star quarterback or whatever. I've heard of a linebacker. I've heard of a running back. I've heard of a halfback. I've heard of the terms. Do I know what the fuck they do or mean? No. And so I've gone through 11 years of schooling in PE, plus a few years after that to lead up to now in my life, where I don't understand how football works. I don't get how sometimes it's worth 7 points. I don't really get how sometimes you kick in the game, how sometimes when you kick it and it goes through that little goalpost thing that's like that shape, how that counts as a point. I don't really get it. I also don't understand why a football is shaped like it is. Like, I'm sure there's, like, some geometric answer where it's like, oh, the shape of the football where it's, like, kind of like that and that certain curvature, it's easier to throw, and the dynamic and the fucking, I don't know what else. What are those words called? I don't know. Fucking vector? I don't know. So I'm sure there's some, like, reasoning as to why a football is shaped like it is. It just fucking bothers me that it doesn't bounce. Like, I mean, yes, it does bounce, but you can't, like, bounce it like a basketball. Like, I don't know. I'm just comparing things that, I'm just unnecessarily comparing things that don't need to be compared. Because to me, basketball is, like, semi-easy to understand. I'm like, oh, okay, a point is worth, or what's that called? A basket is worth 2 points. What's that called? A free throw is, like, worth 1. A three-pointer is one from, hold on. There's, like, a three-pointer that I know when that comes in. I'm not even making sense. I have a better understanding of basketball, even though it doesn't really sound like it, than I do with football. Football is a whole nother monster to me. So, like, I don't really get it. Because, again, I don't get how, like, what does a linebacker mean? Or a lineback, a lineback. I just sound like a fucking idiot. I'm either going to, 1, get roasted alive after I post this video, or no one will care. And I predict that it's going to be the no one will care. But I just don't get it. So that's just football in itself. I don't get the positions. I don't get the plays. I don't get how it's like, oh, 1 down, you, like, switch, and then there's, like, a blitz at one point. Like, I'm aware of some football terms, but I don't get it. I don't get how you win. Like, when people are like, oh, we were a quarter down, or like, I don't know, or we lost, I don't know. People talk, there's some terminology that I have just absolutely no fucking clue what it means. So, like, yeah. Now, on the topic of fantasy football, that, to me, is like rocket science. That is something I will never be able to grasp. I don't know how. I'm so sorry to say this and to, like, whatever, I don't know, this could be offensive or rude, but, like, some people are so stupid, and I probably sound like a fucking idiot to the masses right now. I mean, to the masses, to the 27s. But, like, there are some genuinely dumb people in the world who understand fantasy football and, like, have it, like, wrapped around their little finger and can just fucking do whatever they want and understand everything. And that is bonkers to me. Because, no, that's not only bonkers, that's asinine. That is fully asinine to me. Because I just don't fucking get how you win or lose in fantasy football. Like, I don't get how you, like, make teams. I don't get it. I don't even know, like, let's just say, for example, fucking Peyton Manning. You're like, oh, I got Peyton Manning on my draft or whatever. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But how do you know if you lose or win? Like, I've had people try to explain this to me, and I don't get it. I'm like, if Peyton Manning scores a touchdown, do you, like, win $5? Like, is that how it works between you and your bros? Like, I don't get that. I'm so sorry. A pillow just dropped, and I had a mini heart attack. I'm also in my trailer. I'm so sorry. If I talk with my mouth full, which I just did, I apologize in advance. But, like, if Peyton Manning, like, doesn't score a touchdown, do you lose? Like, I don't get how you win in fantasy football. Do you, like, make predictions that, like, oh, oh my god. Do you, like, make predictions that are like, oh, okay, let me think of a football player. Who's a famous fucking football player? Eric Decker. Alright, I don't even think he plays anymore. I really don't know, I could be wrong. Truly don't know. So let's just say Eric Decker, if he scores, like, 3 touchdowns in, like, the championship or the playoffs or the finals or whatever it may be, the CIF championships, does your fantasy football team draft that you whatever chose, do they, like, move up in the ranks? Like, is it a competition between all of you where it's like, oh, I predict that these players will get these points, and that if they all do, then we'll move on to the next round, and, like, is there a final winner in fantasy football, or is it week by week where you, like, win or lose, or, like, have to pay money, or whatever? Because that's a mystery to me. And I just want to know who invented fantasy football. Oh my god, a lettuce was stuck at the top of my mouth. And how the rules and the guidelines were, like, laid out for everyone and somehow everybody can understand it. Because that, to me, just goes whoop, 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 right over my head. Right the fuck over my head. Call me the Fray, because it went over my head. These sounds that I'm making They're not for show. And they're not for, like, oh, let's make mukbang sounds or, like, whatever. Like, try to fucking match Trish or Steph Pappas or whatever. They are genuinely the sounds that I'm making because I haven't had Chipotle since 2017. Fuck me up. Yes, bitch. Now back to the fantasy football again. Do you decide, like, who's on... I mean, I'm assuming you decide who's on your team, right? It just makes logical sense that you're like, oh, I want fucking... I don't know another football player. I really don't. I said Eric Decker and Peyton Manning. I can name a lot of basketball players. Not a lot. I can name like 4. But are you just like, oh wait, basketball player. Is that Odell Beckham Jr.? Is he a football player or is that a basketball player? Should I look it up? I think I'm gonna look it up. Odell Beckham Jr. This is probably pathetic for my audience. Oh, he's a football wide receiver. That's another one. A wide receiver. Another fucking position. I don't get what that means. Like, to receive, I mean, I'm assuming that's... someone passes you the ball. Like, you receive the ball, and you receive it from a wide span. Like, a wide distance on the field. Like, is that what that means? I can't believe how pathetic I sound in this video. Actually, I can. Oh! Damn near forgot what I was about to say about Odell Beckham Jr. Is that, do you just say, like, oh, Odell Beckham Jr., like, do you make a team? Like, I don't know what Peyton Manning ever played. I don't know if he was the star quarterback. I don't know if he was the fucking water boy for the team, alright? Do you say, like, oh, my quarterback is Peyton Manning, and then my wide receiver is Odell Beckham Jr., and then my halfback is Eric? Like, do you make the best team, or can you pick, like, 10 quarterbacks? Probably not, right? I'm assuming that that's, like, not good, because aren't the quarterbacks usually, like, the best players, right? Sorry if that, like, offends anybody. I truly don't know. I'm sure people who are 8 months old have a better grasp of football than I do. And then I'm sure people who are 9 months old have a better grasp of fantasy football than I do. But you know what? Tea. Also, I think I'm going to post this video, like, you're probably seeing this, like, almost live. I think once I'm done eating and stop filming, I'm going to post this video, or, like, I'm going to trim the beginnings and ends of it, just of me setting up my camera and, like, turning it off. But other than that, you'll probably see this video in, like, an hour, maybe 2. I don't know. What time is it right now? It's 8:25. And Megan texted me. Hi, Megan. So, I'll probably post it by like 10. Or 10:30. I have to make the thumbnail too, I forgot. We stan a good Chipotle bowl in this house. Shane uploaded his first video today in like 3 months. It's an hour and 44 minutes long. I've yet to watch it because I just have I've been so busy throughout the last few hours. So I'll probably watch it tomorrow. But I'm so excited. I miss Shane. He's truly so good. He deserves every single one of his subscribers and more. And it's so crazy to me that like 10, 12 years ago, when he was in high school, he was seen as like a loser and like overweight, and he let those like labels and like just stigma and surround him and like eat him up and like diminish him and demean him. And he's easily one of like, I know I've never met him, and it might be hard for me to, or not like, might be hard for me to conceptualize like who he is as a person, considering I've never met him. But I mean, he's been on the internet for a decade plus, so like I feel like people have a decent grasp of his character, and you can just tell. Oh my god, I'm getting like indigestion or heartburn. Hold on. And you can just tell that he's like a good person, and that like it's crazy. Like 10, 12 years ago, like he probably never envisioned himself to have as big of a platform as he does. Like he just hit 20 million subscribers like earlier this week, I'm pretty sure. And that's insane to me, how like 10 years ago he never knew that like he would have this amazing platform and touch so many people. Like his Jeffree Star series, like one of those videos has like 30 million views plus. I'm sure some of his like Jake Paul videos have like well into the 20 million plus views, and it's crazy. Like that's insane. Like that to me is straight up asinine, but in the best way. I think asinine means like ridiculous, right? Like this is ridiculous. I think that's crazy to me. Like inconceivable. Wait, inconceivably. That's inconceivably so unbelievably like unattainable to millions and millions and millions of people, and like he did it. Like how many people in this world have 20 million subscribers on YouTube? Almost no one. It's like Smosh, Beauty. I think KSI has 20 mil right now. Shane. Jenna almost has 20. She has 19. Ryan Higa might, I think, question mark. But like that's insane how he never knew that I just keep repeating this, but it's truly asinine to me, like how he never knew he would have this big of an audience and impact this many people and have this many millions and millions and millions of people watch his videos. Like, his videos get more views than most television shows. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, you truly never know where life will take you, or how great you can be, or how far you can push yourself, and how much you can achieve in a relatively short time span. Like, yeah, Shane was famous 5 years ago, but usually as time goes on, it's like the newer generation kind of comes in and the older generation kind of retires. Not that Shane's old, but like, you know what I mean? But like as time has gone on, he has progressively gotten more relevant, and that's like very hard to do, and it's usually the opposite. Usually as time goes on, your relevance kind of fades away, but his has stayed and has increased and increased, and I'm sure people of all ages watch him. I'm sure people who are 10 watch him. I'm sure people who are 30 watch him. I'm sure people who are grown-ass adults. I'm sure people who watched him when they were 11 are now, like, 22 or whatever. Like, that's insane to me. Zany in the brainy. Well, I've paid my dues. I've said my piece. I said what I said, and Elephant's faithful 100%. That's not really relevant to this. I'm just babbling. I made a fool of myself talking about fantasy football. I look pathetic. I'm in a tie-dye shirt. My hair is a mess. I'm in a trailer. I'm in the dark. I'm eating Chipotle alone. Where do you think my life is going? But who knows where I'll be in the future? also had a little bit of a mental breakdown and existential crisis about my future today with one of my coworkers. Love that for me. Alright, well, I'm gonna say bye now. So long, good night, my fair maidens. Mwah.